Good afternoon, D&D Davidson, LiveWeatherBlogs.com, here with your afternoon severe weather update, outlook basically, and also we're going to get into the tropics, do a full tropical update here. First, let's take a look. This product is put out by Mike DeFino. He's a meteorologist here at our LiveWeatherBlogs.com. First, we're going to take a look at different areas of possible severe weather and what each of them could have. A lot of these areas in Area 1, which is up in the Montana area, these could have a lot of bowing segments and damaging winds, some large hail. You can't rule out an isolated tornado. These areas also mainly lines and damaging winds. And the 4 is because we have a investigation or tropical investigation, which we're going to go into the tropics, so we'll discuss this in momentarily, about a tropical wave that is sitting off the coast of Florida. Could it develop? Could it not develop? It's got a little bit of time, and there's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of different things going on in the tropics, so we're going to take a look at that also. But we'd also have some water spouts out. We have had water spouts and small tornadoes in the last 2 days in the area of Florida. So, and this is caused by this stalled front that caused this area that's becoming more of interest in tropics. Our collective have to look for us today. One area in Nevada and Utah, somewhere you just do not usually talk about thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms, but you have an area for slight risk, mainly high winds and hail. If you get any supercells, it'll be low precipitation supercells most likely. And we got that one area with possible damaging wind area out here, and slight chance of tornadoes here in the Midwest. Looking at the tornado index, you can see where in northern Nebraska is the best shot. Our hail perimeters and the wind perimeters from the Storm Prediction Center. There's 2 areas we're discussing. Mike DeFino in his blog discusses, and also with slight risk area may go into effect in these 2 areas, but you know, damaging winds, multi-cells type storms in these areas, and more congested severe weather, isolated tornado probability in the Midwest. And definitely we got to also keep an eye down here in Florida. We're not going to cross that off with that possible tropical entity. And not much movement here for the following day here into Minnesota, Iowa, North Dakota, South Dakota, near Omaha, Nebraska. One of the reasons we're not seeing much on the East Coast also is because we're going to have this heat wave built in, some hot weather for the southeast, 100 degrees easily. We'll be pushing over the next few days. Our current watches at 4:30 in the afternoon is one here in Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, Minnesota, and the other out here in Arizona and Nevada, Utah. So stuff we definitely got to take a look out for. And we're going to take a look at radar momentarily on this. We got some storms starting to go severe here in the watch area in Nebraska. This is a really nice cell. Definitely probably has hail on it as it moves to the east and southeast. And more development is probable over this area. It's getting more unstable atmosphere. Also some cells starting to pop here in our other watch area in northern Arizona. These storms will basically move to the north and east. Our broad tropical look, you can see the one disturbance off Florida we're going to take a look at. Still high risk for this one area out in between pretty far north, and this is going to just be sucked out to sea. And then we got what's left of Colin. This is just a weird storm here. And we'll go into that with the satellite loop moment in 1 second. Going to the satellite. Look at the visible satellite. We can take a look at the three different entities. There's Colin. There's Bermuda right there. It's still flaring, but the low pressure is pretty far out here, and it's really not a thunderstorm development together. This is the other area of development we need to look out for here near Florida, this area. And you can see this actually has the best low-level swirl and storm development out here. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this entity out here. We're going to take now a look at the water vapor imagery. Satellite imagery. Here's where we're going to see some situations. Upper level low. Stuck here. That's what's driving Colin nuts to get stuck between 2 upper level lows. This storminess with no real, I don't see no real low level circulation there near Florida with this tropical wave that's developing, and it may stay there next few days. Models push it to the west. We'll take a look at models in a minute. And then we got this entity out here, which is getting driven by the upper level low, which is going to push it out to sea. Fish storm if it does develop. And we got some more disturbed weather we can take a look at further south. I mean, this is in a little better environment if it would get its act together. And upper level low pushing into Texas further off this frame. But as I said, Colin's just going to be a remnant low, probably wave, cause some rain to Bermuda, and then be gone, be done with. The one further out, you can see where this, like I said, this upper level is going to steer it. This is the investigation 93, which is that one low level swirl that looks actually the best. All of them take it and shift it away off the coast. Then we have the one area of development of low pressure that may, it has such a wide variety of possibilities. And if it does even develop, because it has a very little time to do so, to get over land. If now it got back in the Gulf of Mexico, we could be talking about something a little bit in better organization. But there's our swath of where most likely it would go into, and cause a lot. It can cause a lot of rain either way. But our majority of the models put it between the Georgia-South Carolina border and Florida. And you got the one model who shifts it up and puts it into North Carolina and Virginia. But like I said, this might not even develop because of its proximity to the shore and the upper level low system to its east. Definitely got to keep an eye on it though. These things do have a tendency when they get stuck off a front to do so. So something we definitely will keep an eye on here at liveweatherblogs.com, and I'm sure when Bob comes back with his full tropical update, either later this evening or early tomorrow morning, that we'll have you'll have a very in-depth tropical update. He usually does pretty good 6-7 minute tropical update, share profiles and everything else. I'm just giving into the basics of the tropics for him to cover the tropical updates section today. Taking a look at what kind of heat we're going to have here in the Roanoke Valley. Patchy fog tonight, 65. Then we're going to get hot tomorrow, 94 degrees. Then it's going to get real hot. We're talking close to 100. Wouldn't be surprised to hit 100 on Tuesday and Wednesday. 97 is the projected high on Tuesday and 98 on Wednesday. Areas around Roanoke or even in the city could get above 100. And 94 for Thursday with a slight chance of thunderstorms. That would give you some relief if we get relief towards then. And Friday also in the 90s. Maybe some cool off by next weekend. We'll have to take a look at that. This is Dean D. Davison for the afternoon outlook. I'll be back with an overnight outlook. Any difference and changes in the tropics, severe weather, and or any updated information on the forecast here for in the Roanoke Valley and the heat wave that's projected to happen. This is Dean D. Davison, liveweatherblogs.com. Have a great rest of your afternoon.